lower back was just like, nah, like you ever have your lower back talk to you, but all of a sudden it's like a very disagreeable dude from 1968. He's like, hey man, don't try to jive me, sucker. You can't have me running around here bending, flipping, deadlifting. I ain't finna do that, sucker. That's what my back was like. This dude Jermaine from Harlem in '68. My back changed lives. And now I can't really like walk or I can't really do shit, bro. Like sitting in a car is painful because of CrossFit. So now I'm just at the crib with these 7th grade boners and just like banging them out back to backs. Yo, shout out to masturbation stamina. Mine has really stepped up in pandemic. You feel me? Like I'm not fucking anything, but I could like triple up on a within straight up. Like I'm talking 45 minutes triple up. Triple play, 45 minutes Wolcott. You can't do that, bro. My shit is sick, bro. Like if I could just like get in a relationship that included jerking off and excluded like a woman, I think it would last. Who's that? Is that Big Mike walking out? Oh, that's Harold. How you doing, Harold? You're looking good. You're wearing a lot of black. You look like the absence of light right now, homie. It's pretty big. So I guess we're gonna get. Oh, what are you gonna come in here? You want to get on camera? Here, Harold. You want come up here for a second? Just say hi to the people real quick. Just no. Come stand on the stage for a second, and I'm gonna ask you one question. Okay? Do you remember when there was some security breaches here, and there was the crazy riots one night? And I came in and you were like, we staying open all night. Because the looters came in and they were like, we staying open all night. Let them come. That was the energy, you know, of the staff here. So I come here, like I'm on the bike. I come here, it's like 2 a.m, full curfew at 9. I was like, fuck it, rebel, straight up. So I came here at like 2 a.m. This guy was seated right at this table with the big 4-5. Yeah, it was a big guy. It was... He was seated right here and with the gun pointed out, like when you walk in, the first thing you see is a barrel. You feel me? It's huge handgun on a table high enough that he wouldn't have to stand up. He would just need to just rotate the wrist. So what would have happened if 16 Antifas with like armpit hair and Bernie Sanders t-shirts came in here and were ready to wreck shit?
Oh, I would have had to use the gun.
Yes. Okay, he would have caught a case for manslaughter. That probably would have been. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Harold. We appreciate you. Big shout out to Harold for holding it down here. Without him, we couldn't make this happen. So make some noise for Harold. Mike, thank you so much. First comic coming to the stage. First off, I told her before she got here that the show doesn't start until she pulls up. You feel me? It's not a show if she's not involved. So just keep that in mind as you see this shorty right here bless the stage, because she's a bad motherfucker. Make some noise for the very funny. And she has requirements when she's booked. She's like, get me fucking yellow Skittles, 2 boxes of meth, half box of H, Prep H. Shout out to the very funny Christine O'Day. H is heroin, and then Prep H is hemorrhoid.
Okay, for the record, I use Preparation H on my eyes. Drag queens do it all the time. It's a known technique. Hi guys, I'm starting to think I should stop being allowed to dress myself. Am I pulling this off at all? The like yoga pants with the office suit top. It's kind of Jerry Seinfeld on the top, aging white woman on the bottom. That look okay. It's aging white woman all over, actually. That's what I am. Thank you, fake audience. This is it's unfortunate that the camera, if anyone's viewing this on the stream, they can't see the whole room, because like the most jarring part of this room isn't even this giant boombox. There's mannequins with toes, and that is the most upsetting thing I've ever seen. I'm also really upset that pretty much every time I come here, when I accidentally bump into one, I say, excuse me. I hate the toes. If I ever come in here and I see them wearing the toe socks, I'll leave. Thank you guys for being somewhat supportive of this outfit. I think it's okay. I have a kind of a problem with these shoes, though, because they make my feet look big. I have big feet. You know what they say about big feet, right? You guys know the saying? Yeah, a huge clitoris. Absolutely massive. And I'm just taking dudes by the back of the head and slamming them on that shit. They call me the Impaler. Hell yeah, dude. My name is Christine, but men call me Chris. I'm the only woman I know who has to be self-conscious in gray sweatpants. It's very stressful. Thank you. Yeah. When I take nude selfies, I hold up a Coke can for comparison. And it's impressive. No, I'm kidding. It's not that big. I wish it was though. It would be a lot easier to find. Thank you. I've been going on dates during the pandemic because I love dick more than I love my grandmother. It's a fun fact about me. I think Nana would be happy for me. She is dead, but I think she would. I think she would be happy that I'm out here crushing it. Because when I was a little girl, they used to tell me one thing about my grandmother, that she traveled the whole world over and never had to buy herself a drink, which is such a beautiful way to tell a little girl that her grandmother was a huge whore. Massive. Nana was taking dicks thrown into her back when syphilis wasn't curable. Like, that's commitment. Like, you're risking zombie face to get that dick. Props to her, I guess. Because she was definitely putting out a little bit. Like, the whole world over, like, an Irish dude will buy you a drink, but Italians don't give anything up without something. She was definitely out there. My weirdest date that I went on recently was with a couple. I went on a date with this couple who were looking to add a third to the bedroom, which is a really fun, sexy way of being rejected by two people at the same time. But for the record, I wasn't into them either. It was mutual because they were only dating. And my thing, I like guys who can commit to people who aren't me. That's my thing. And also I'm very like old fashioned. If I'm gonna be eating box, it better be someone's wife, god damn it. Like, I'm very traditional. I'm gonna eat that woman's box later. Yeah, you digital bitch. I'll get in there. I'm getting into that iPod. She's gassing me up. I'm gonna pay her back for it. I'm gonna steal his iPod before I leave. No, I think that it was an interesting experience. Though I read that women who are willing to have sex with couples are called unicorns, which is like really a high expectation to live up to. I feel like if women who fuck couples are unicorns, I'm that situation where you go to like a low-grade circus and there's a tent and it says unicorn, but when you go inside, there's like a donkey with plunger stuck to its head. It's just like a carny with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he's like, "Look, it's a unicorn." And I'm just like, "Hi." I'll have a real rum and coke. Thank you. I'm really doing my nose piercing proud with my lifestyle. And getting your nose pierced, it hurts, but it's still the easiest way to let a guy know that you have no personality. Good investment. I did spend some money recently. I've been doing some drugs. I've been doing some drugs recently. Thank you. I've been doing some drugs. I spent $500 in one night on cocaine once. And I looked back on that. I love that shot. I love that like sitcom reaction. $500 on blow. And I look back at that and I'm like, oh my God, like that's PlayStation 5 money. Really? Like, I could have bought a PlayStation 5. That's what you're fucking up your life when you can like measure the amount you spend on drugs in units of electronics. It's beginning of the night and you're going up to your friend and you're like, what are you feeling like doing? Like Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5. You're like, nah, I'm gonna get fucked up. Fucking iPhone 12. Hell yeah. Just the regular, not the pro. I'm not trying to die. Is that a drum roll? It's the circus now. I thought about being a clown, but I hate touching children. gross, nasty. I wish I could. I wish I could be a clown for adults, but I think that's just like a stripper. Which I don't really want to do. I remember one time, this isn't even a joke. I remember one time I went to a strip club with my company. It was like a company outing. My boss loves strippers. And I remember I got a lap dance and she said that I could shove my face in her titties. So I did. And I found out that strippers wear like this perfume glitter shit and it got in my eyes. And then I had to go back to the table with everyone I work with and they thought that I cried from getting a lap dance. It was very embarrassing. I wonder where she is right now. Probably dead. Do you guys ever watch like a porn and you're like, oh, that girl is definitely dead? You know? Some like really low grade shit. You're like, oh, I am masturbating to the deceased. What a poor lost soul. I've been wanting to, I guess, have more sex. I'm kind of late in terms of having sex. I had vaginal intercourse for the first time super recently. It was like a year ago. It was in my late 20s. I'm specifying vaginal intercourse. I'm not going to say why, but we're all adults here. We all know what part of the body Jesus doesn't pay attention to. It is the ass. I went to Sunday school. I think that's super interesting because like girls will have anal sex to like for religious reasons, and it's like God loves anal as long as it's not a man doing it. I think that's really fascinating where he draws his lines. I would just say I was incredibly disappointed by vaginal intercourse. I hadn't been so disappointed by something I thought would be awesome since I was a kid and I had Cookie Crisp for the first time. Do you guys have that experience having Cookie Crisp? That shit sucked so much. You begged your mom for months for it and it was goddamn cardboard. Losing your virginity is just like as a woman losing your virginity is just like having Cookie Crisp. It's like, this is not as good as I thought it would be and there's something in my mouth that tastes like dick. Can't believe we give this to children. I'm just gonna do a little dance every time. Every time I get a bad one. Yeah, I want to have more sex. I also want to have sex more with women because I also find women attractive. I don't identify as bisexual because I don't have a Tumblr account. Did not realize that was such a big part of it. You're gonna get this dick later, lady. You gonna get it. Whole goddamn fist. No, I've been wanting to have sex with women, but it's weird. It's awkward. Like being a woman attracted to women creates like contradictions in your head because it's like on the one hand, I would never alter my physical appearance to live up to the standards that are set for women, obviously. But it's like on the other hand, I would never fuck a girl who looked like me. Like gross. I don't work out. It's like I don't know who I think I am thinking I could have me. You guys don't do that? Does anybody else ever play Smash or Pass in the mirror? No. It's fun. Guys will say shit all the time like, "Oh, drink till she's hot." I drink till I'm hot every time I want to masturbate. It is exhausting and expensive, but I do it. You know why? Because it's on my Google Calendar. I am a bitch who loves a schedule every Friday on the dot. I know tonight is Friday. The night is young for me. I'm gonna get pissed drunk, stumble into my bathroom mirror and be like, "Hey, hot stuff, poop here often." I'm gonna be like, "Oh my God." Yes, I poop here every day. This is my bathroom. I don't know. I've been wanting to be like I guess more appealing to people. It's hard getting people interested. I wanted to like kind of go through a hoe phase, but being a hoe is very hard. It's particularly hard when no one will fuck you. It's like ridiculous. But I have a hard time getting people interested, but I don't think it's my appearance. I think it's my personality, you know, thank God. I come across as a little depressed, but I think people should like pursue depressed women more often. We're not going to ask you to go to farmers markets. We're not going to take you to some dumb shit. Personally, I'm just going to lie there. I'm just going to, if you're going to be taking pictures, please take a pictures of the toe mannequins because I just want record. I will absolutely. Did I tell you guys earlier that someone hit me up for feet pics recently? Oh, I'm realizing that I'll still be in the camera. One quick, my loves, I'll be right back. Sweet darlings, mama's coming back for you. Here, I'm gonna do the fucking like, yeah. What's BTS? Oh, it's an industry term. No, I've never been a cam. I've had friends who've been cam girls, but I've never been one myself. I kind of want to make an OnlyFans, but I make too much goddamn money. If I had an OnlyFans now, it would be purely just for the attention. I'm still thinking about doing it though. It's like because I'm kind of fat right now, and I'm trying to be less fat, and I was like, well, I want like some kind of attention for this. Oh yeah, that's kind of like a weird power fantasy for me, is to like be naked and have men who make less than me give me money. That's my goal. I don't know. Some girls will some women want a guy who makes a lot of money. I want someone who will like lose their health care if they ever leave me. Like I like that like little security. I like that. I want myself a nice little 50s housewife. Leave me if you dare. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about like, how I interact with people and all that stuff. I'd like to think that I'm a good person. I like to think that I'm a pretty good feminist. I'm pro-choice. That's one thing. I act like I'm more pro-choice than I am, so people will think I'm getting laid. But I'm at the front of the parade. But yeah, it's all for show. But even though I'm pro-choice, I still like parents. I like moms. I'm a woman, so I can say that, and it doesn't sound creepy. Yeah, I like moms. There's like a bravery to parenthood, like because some people will like they'll be like halfway through a pregnancy and they'll find out something could go wrong and they'll decide to keep going, which I think is amazing. I'm not keeping that thing if it's got a goddamn peanut allergy. Ugh. Because what do we say? We always say my body, my choice. One thing I'm not going to put in this body is almond butter. Just because Junior doesn't have the big dick energy for peanuts. No fucking way. Almond butter's gets for pansies. Almond butter's like peanut butter for men who invest in cryptocurrency. That's my boo. Thanks, babe. No, I do kind of one weird thing when I date. I mean, this might not be weird, I don't know, but I like to pay when I go on a date with a man, because I think it's the nicest way to let him know that I'm not going to put out. It's very sweet. It's like, yeah, you're not going to get any pussy, but here's some fried cheese sticks. Like, eat up. You're not going to need your stamina later. You're just going to go home. I like to pay because men sometimes get mad about how little women spend in dating and relationships. And they do kind of have a point. Like, I was talking to my friend once, and her boyfriend was having a birthday. And I was like, what are you getting your guy for his birthday? And she says, well, I'm buying myself a sexy pair of lingerie. I was like, well, that's not how birthdays work. You're supposed to get something for the other person. I can't understand why women buy sexy lingerie like for their guys, because isn't that the same old pussy he gets every day, but just in like a harder to open contraption, because it's like the sexy lingerie, they're made out of like bungee cords and bank vaults. There's a hockey goalie right above her cunt. Like, it's ridiculous. That's like, I love her. That's like going up to your guy and being like, happy birthday, baby. I got you your car keys. I froze them in a block of ice. Like, have fun. Guys don't like it when we do sneaky stuff with money. And one sneaky thing that women do is sometimes we pretend that we're going to pay on the date. We'll like pretend to look through our purse, but we're just waiting out the clock, waiting for it to get awkward, and he'll just go ahead and pay. We do that a lot. But men do sneaky shit too. Like, women will look for her wallet in the same way a guy will look for a condom. Where it's like time to get it out, and he's like, I don't know where one could be. And he's like looking under the bed. He's going through desk drawers. He's rummaging through boxes that say Christmas decorations. It's like, what do you think is going to happen? I'm going to wait for 2 minutes and be like, oh, that's fine. I'll just get an abortion. I've always wanted to write a BuzzFeed article anyway. Here's my excuse. That's been my time. Thank you so much.
Like a fucking champion. Makes a noise. for Christine O'Day. Fantastic. Thank you so much for pulling up. She's out here. She's trying to fuck, dude. She's trying to fuck. So, what's your IG, Christine? What's your... Okay, so gentlemen, Christine_ODEA. Hit her up in the DMs, but be intelligent, be witty, and know some. What's your favorite artist? Know some Cranberries quotables. Just know what's up. Know how to sing Dreamin'. You feel me, Mike? Right? We out here. Shout out. Rest in peace to Shorty from the Cranberries who died dead like 2 years ago. Did you hear about that one? Oh, you only worried about King Von. Huh, Marcel? You look like a youth pastor. You're lit, right? Look at Marcel outfit. Don't he look like a youth pastor? Right? I went to Bible camp. Did anyone here go to Bible camp, like summer camp for Christianity? What did you go to? Summer camp for coding or something? You look like a coding ass. Your face looks like, yeah, I code. Yeah, I code. He has a coding ass face though. I went to Bible camp and all it was erections being rubbed against things. You guys ever rub erections on things? Like when you were younger, you'd just be like, oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. No, I'm trying to slide there. You just rub your whole erection on your aunt. It was an accident, but you liked it, so you did it again, and then you had that one cousin. Anyway, so this next comic coming to the stage is very funny. He's dressed like a youth pastor. Also, he looks like he might run a metro station. Make some noise for Mr. Marcel Neal. Just come on up here, man.
No need to rush. How y'all doing out there? You know, that's crazy. All right. Stop clapping. There's a lot of church talk and stuff, man. Don't you hate when somebody tell you they can't do something because of their religion? You got a girl, she talking about something. I can't put my mouth on that. Right? I'm a Muslim. I can't rob that old lady. I'm a Christian. It's like, look, man, can we please for once live while we're young? Jeez. It's ridiculous. Kevin, I got some advice for you. This some advice, like just in life that you might want to take. Never put Vaseline on your lips 5 seconds before or after you walk in the men's room. Or out. You know? Never do that shit. I'm actually glad that shit went over well, you know, because I did that this weekend. It was in front of, you know, a pussy crowd, you know what I mean? And I was just doing a little bit of crowd work, you know what I mean? I tell them, I say, look, man, never put the Vaseline on your lips. You know, they go, oh, why? Because you're a homophobe? Then another dude talk about something. Yeah, man, in 2021, it's brave if a dude wants to suck cock. Then the girl stand up talking about, yeah, I only date dudes who suck cock. I'm like, come on, man. The fuck is this world coming to? And it pissed me off because I wanted to fuck the girl too, man, but I wasn't about to suck dick to do it. It's crazy. You know, pandemic, wow, it's changing everything. The pandemic is so, like the pandemic, it just make everything, like remember that movie Project X with that epic party, you know? It was like a big turnout, you know? But now you see that many people, you'll be like, man, that shit disgusting, you know? It's crazy, man. You ever see like 4 people in the car and all the windows rolled up and they don't got no mask on? You like, man, all them motherfuckers gonna die. I don't want to be in that car. Oh yeah, she like everybody. That's what I like. And yeah, I'm single too. It finally happened. I broke up with my girl, man. But this some funny shit. Like you ever, ain't it funny? Like, cause girls be petty as shit. Like you'll break up with them, then they'll call back like they want to talk just so they could like cuss you out and hang up so they can act like it was their idea. Like, bitch, you know I motherfucking broke this off. This ain't on you. But I'm gonna let her tell the story how she want to tell it. So what else we got going? Oh yeah, let's let her get it. You got it all out, lady? Okay. Thank you. At least somebody laughing, you know. Let me tell you something. That's a sexy ass girl out there, man. Y'all can't see her, man, but like, man, she is stacked. Ass, titties. Yeah, you. Like after I get off, I'm talking to you. Yes. Laugh one more time that sexy way. Oh man. Yeah. You sound like that when I'm going down on you, baby. I'm just gonna keep going down on you. You ever say something and you're not ready to finish it? That's you ever try and be cool and get called on it? Like you trying to be cool and you get called on it. Like I'm driving, I got my seat leaned back, but then I swerved and almost hit something, and then niggas be like, "Why you driving like that?" I'm like, "Come on, man! Like, look cool." It sucks. How these reminiscent jokes going over for y'all? Pretty good. He gets it. He gets it. He remembers times. Yeah. So man, yeah, like I said, this pandemic, everything's so wild. These masks, I can't wait to take off the mask. Like I got mine off, but I'm gonna put it back on and take it back off again. But I can't wait. Oh my god, girl. Hey, yeah. This girl, hey, yeah. What the fuck is your name, bitch? That was for after I got off stage. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself, ladies and gentlemen. Um, yeah, man, like the mask, they pissing me off. Like, who else out here, man? Because let me tell you something, man. Like, it's fucking with my game, man. Like, let me tell you something. Y'all know, like, when is the best time to approach a woman? Anybody? At night when she at the ATM. But but the mask throw a monkey wrench in the plans, I like to jump out, pull out a gun. What's your number, bitch? Your PIN number. No. No. Can't rob that old lady. I'm a Christian. Speaking of old ladies, fuck. The mask again. You ever feel like cause the mask is fucking up my game. Cause it's like, how I give a girl a compliment. I got a mask on, she got a mask on. Like, what I mean? She know I'm full of shit, I go up to her. Damn, girl, you look good today. Nah, don't take your mask off. Leave that shit on. I just want to watch you breathe. Yeah, in and out, bitch. In and out. Okay, he watching girls meditate up in Safeway. I see him. It's crazy, man. Like, and I'm wondering, like, if unattractive people, like, if they starting to get, more confidence, now that masks a thing, Even me, I'm starting to see the difference. I went up and worked the other day. I'm like, you know what, Karen? You look so much better when you cover the bottom half of your face. Why don't you show a little bit of nose? Damn, okay, no nose. But the eyes, though. We gonna get you some masks for Christmas, girl. Yeah. What else we got for the ladies? Yes, Nah, man, but like I said, I'm recently single. As a reason, like hey, young, I ain't shit. Like you remember what I was telling you last time? Like, yeah. So like I rolled out. Like do not have a relationship with me. Like you know what I mean? Like do not fuck with me, man. Like I rolled out like a week before the rent was due because I knew I was broke. Like. Just made it seem like, how you start an argument and shit. I got some pussy first, then just started packing my shit like I'm over this shit. Like a real pimp, you know what I mean? Whole time it was just because I was broke. It's okay. Then, now I ain't with her no more. And the thing is, though, like I got rid of all my old hoes, you know what I mean? crazy. Hey, yo, Kevin. I got rid of all my old hoes. You know what I mean? And you know it's messed up when you fucking with your old hoes though, because you gotta be delicate with it. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just gotta you gotta let them know it get painful. You know, old hoes. You know, go up to them like, look, baby, like we can't do this shit no more. She's like, I want to keep doing it. I'm like, Ethel, you're fucking 80. You can't keep selling ass. Cutting off these old hoes. Yeah. Yeah, that was a long build up for that. I'm glad you appreciated it. Okay. So look, let me tell you something, America. I got on this button-down shirt, but I got on this hoodie on top of it to let you know I'm still from the hood. Y'all thought this was a cardigan? No, bitch. This is a hoodie. My closer is this. A woman, she calls the family doctor, right? She say, doctor, I think my husband has coronavirus. The doctor say, well, corona, what make you think it's COVID? Is he showing any symptoms specifically? And she say, well, hell yeah, man. Cause I think he lost his sense of taste and sense of smell. Cause he's been going down on me a lot recently and he never used to do that. I'm glad you still got it. This is a good audience. That girl who was laughing like that, I'm about to make you moan. I mean, well, I didn't want to say that. That wasn't a funny word.
Yes! Yo, we've seen so many different versions of Marcel here on this Lifted Laugh stage. Sometimes you see the super animated jump, hit a spin, Marcel. Then you see the angry Marcel is what we saw last time because you're talking about breaking up. And now that you've broken up, the sad, depressed, disheveled, dilapidated, broken, awkward, embarrassed, disinterested, lost. The lost version of Marcel. So shout out to Marcel, man. It's great seeing him, and he feels so terrible. You can smell it, you know, but literally you can smell how terrible he feels. He smells bad. The next comic coming to the stage is our final comic for the evening. We really do appreciate our Lifted Laughs fam, and we got some crazy giveaways on deck. If you just hit the sub button, the YouTube dudes, just throw me a subscribe and a thumbs up. It's really important, for the growth of this channel, that you just throw us a thumbs up and a sub, because YouTube doesn't really pay us. You know those dudes. Our next comic coming to the stage is dope. Make some noise for Michael Wolcott.
Thank you, Kevin Lance Murray. Oh, all the ladies here on Ladies Night. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming. Did you like Marcel? I thought he was hilarious. You should have seen him last time. Last time I saw Marcel up here, he was just tearing apart his girlfriend. Just ripping her apart. Every joke. Marcel, you listen to this? Every joke. You were just tearing her apart. And afterwards I asked him, I was like, has your girlfriend ever seen your act? And you were like, yeah, not usually, but she just caught me doing it at a Zoom show the other day. I was like, this relationship is not going to last long. I called it. 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I'll take it. Good job, Marcel. You'll find another girl. I'm sure. Where you go? Where you going tonight, Marcel? Dundalk. Cool. I don't know about y'all, but I've had my temperature taken a lot lately by a lot of not medical professionals. Anybody else? Yeah. A few of you out there? Every time I decide to treat myself, go out to eat a meal in the town, head out to one of my favorite downtown DC restaurants, pay $300 to eat a meal in a tented parking space on folding chairs next to a space heater in front of the restaurant I used to love. You know, glamping's so hot right now. Every time I decide to do that or go anywhere, there's always somebody at the entrance with one of those like thermometer guns that look like a Nintendo Wii controller. And they hold it to my head, and then they look at it like, you're good, go ahead. I'm like, no. But what does it say? They're like, it says you're good. I'm like, yeah, but good isn't a number. And there's a number on the other side of that thing. And is that number healthy, or am I just not going to create a super spreader event at this bar? This is the closest thing I've had to a physical in 2 years. And I'm pretty sure withholding patient data is not HIPAA compliant. Give it to me straight, doc. And then finally, exasperated, they're just like, look, man, between you and me, there's not even batteries in this thing. It's all for show. Just in case the health inspector shows up. To be honest, it's not even a temperature gun. It's not even a temperature gun. It's actually a stud finder. And I'm like, stud finder? So what's it say? Oh, that's dumb. I'm surprised I didn't get the yuck. All right, that's a good. We're on the upturn. That's cool. When Marcel was talking about masks, I think we've started to like achieve somewhat of an equilibrium on like mask etiquette nowadays, which is good. For a while, like when mask orders first came in, different people took it so different. Like every Comic-Con type with a busted face was like, finally. Let me go get my manga mask and I can cosplay as Vega from Street Fighter. I always wanted a jawline. Other people got all militant about it. They'd see you walk out the door without your mask on. They're like, no mask! Witch! Burn him at the stake of public opinion on Twitter. Other people? No. New tag. It didn't deserve it. It's all good. Other people were like, nah, I don't want to wear one. It feels way better when you don't wear one. Come on, which is a sentiment we can all relate to? Let's be real. Conversation just feels way better without protection. I'm never going to get the girl, am I? Damn it! Some drunk-ass twink. Not a... Conversation feels way better without protection. I don't make the rules. Nobody wants that barrier in between. Show me what that mouth do. And it sounds like being flippant. I'm not. I always wear a mask when I'm out and about. Keep an extra one in my pocket. Got to keep an extra one in your pocket just in case, right? Never know what the night could lead. Let me drive to my friend's house to hang out. I'm in the car by myself. I'm not wearing a mask in the car by myself. I'm not a getaway driver. Then I get there, I get out, park, start walking to my friend's house. I don't put one on yet. It's a communicable flu, not Chernobyl. Then I run into my friend in front of his place. And we start talking, but still 6-10 feet away per Fauci guidelines. But then conversation starts heating up. Topics get more intense. Arms start gesticulating. We start getting closer and closer to one another. And no one knows how to bring it up because it's always awkward in the middle of an interaction like that to be like, oh, when are we going to put on protection? It's definitely unprotected conversation, but you're outside, so meh, just the tip. Nothing on that? Damn, I'm moving on. I'm trying to date, which in today's paradigm pretty much looks like doing remote HR recruiting for a small business. Just a lot of parsing through 500 character bios and six headshots. And we wonder why casting couch is a porn genre. I'll take the cough, that works. But through it all, I've begun to observe that there's a new sexual preference in the ether that I was unaware of before. A new sexual preference. It's something called a sapiosexual. Yannick, you hip to a sapiosexual? You know what a sapiosexual is? Yeah, that's right. A sapiosexual is somebody who is attracted to his intelligence, regardless of gender or race or anything like that. They're attracted to intelligence. IQ's above 130 is what really gets there. Abacus rattling, know what I mean? 1,600 SAT scores is what really gets there. Slide ruler lubricated, know what I'm saying? There she is. Being published in an accredited, peer-reviewed scientific journal is what really gets there. Particle accelerator, proton charge. Know what I'm saying? But I see a lot of women claiming to be sapiosexuals on like dating sites, and I hear the same is true of men, and I get it, smart is sexy. But then I'll see the same woman use the incorrect spelling of "their" 3 times in her profile. I'm sorry, you can't call yourself a sapiosexual and not know your THEIRs from your THEREs. Big spelling crowd. If you're really a sapiosexual, you wouldn't be putting together that profile. You'd be at home pleasuring yourself to the cosmos and climaxing every time Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about string theory and its relation to the multiverse. If you're really a sapiosexual, you wouldn't be posting pictures to Bumble of you posing next to a sedated tiger. Come on, we all know it's a thing. Now, you'd be at home making love to the sweet, sweet sounds, the Hidden Brain Radio Lab podcast, while your non-gender conformist lover whispers dirty talk into your ear about the donation they made in your name to your local NPR affiliate. One more. If you were really a sapiosexual, maybe you wouldn't call yourself a dog mom, which we all know. Big dog. Which we all know is really just code for this animal has managed to satisfy the desire within me to procreate long enough to get me through my 20s. But that TikTok in my uterus just keeps getting louder, and I don't know what to do. So as soon as I'm about a guy with an IQ above, I don't know, call it 90, and a credit score above, maybe 650, I'm pulling the goalie and turning to a soccer mom with the quickness. Quarantine's about to end, and I'm going to have to see grandma soon. And if I can tell her I got knocked up, she might write me back into the will. That was a new ending on that one. Got somewhat of a hit. I'm going to call it at that. I've been Michael Walcott. One more time for your host, Kevin Lansbury. Good.
I'm telling you, yo, comments, these shows is like you training. You out here training right now. Make some noise for Walcott. That boy a beast. You feel me? All y'all's out here training right now for the big fight. Look at young Jake Paul ready to box a black Nate out. Just see you, baby. Look at you. You out here, Marcel. Every time you do a set, you look directly at me. You don't break eye contact the whole time. This nigga just right here with just looking directly at me. His whole set, every joke, no matter. No, Marcel does that. You don't do that. You scan the crowd, even look at mannequins. I'm proud of you. Shout out to sapiosexual. Shout out to all my insurrectionists. We out here I was about to say 2019. That was wishful thinking. Like I was about to be like, yo, 2019, shit is lit. Remember 2019? It's only 2 years ago. Different world, right? Shit was crazy. Like in 2019, one time I went to a bar in Brooklyn and I saw like this big Chicano looking type chick and she was just like dancing and she was big. I mean, like she was like a good 240. She may have been 5'4". She was big, but she had shape though. You feel me? So I rolled up on her, that wasn't out yet, but I'm hitting my little step, you feel me? And I just start dancing, and she takes my whole dick out, starts jerking me off right at the bar. We go to the bathroom, she pulls no talking! That was only 2 years ago. Could you imagine doing that now in like a proper city? At least in like a liberal ran city? Could you imagine doing that? You can't do that in San Francisco. You could do that in Texas. They got mad Chicanos down there. Shout out to all my... And I mean, she had like the skinny eyebrow joint, like the fingernails and shit and the tats. Like she was like... Yeah, like, you know, these type of Spanish... What they call cholo? You know the word. I ain't finna say it, yo. Shout out to all my insurrectionists. Next comic coming to the stage. He's dope. He showed up late. I thought he wasn't coming, so I said the last comic was the last comic, but this is the real last comic. The last comic standing. He does stand tall. Make some noise for Yannick!
Oh, you're our favorite comedian. We love you. Yo, I was thinking of a story from a girl from 2019 that could compare to that, but I don't know if it compares. But in 2019, I actually spoke to a girl that like was wearing a mask at a comedy club. And looking back, it's like she had a fat ass. That's why, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I started the conversation. But initially, like, I thought to myself, like, okay, this lady is obviously insane. She's wearing a costume, like a mask in a non-costume party situation. So I was already like, okay, like, you know, if she rejects me, I could be like, man, fuck you, bitch. You got on a mask anyways, fucking weirdo. Like I was already prepared. I was already prepared going in. But then after my set, I saw her getting kicked out of the building. So yeah, turns out she was crazy. Anyways, and oh yeah, and also I remember I kept trying to get her to take off the mask. And like I kept asking her, like, so since you have a mask on now, like, is me seeing your face first base? Like, does that, like, how does that, you know, impact the? All right. I used to work at the thrift store. So a lot of information passed my hands on a daily basis. This one time I saw this book that was about military dogs. And I turned it over to the back, and it was saying how military dogs are so courageous. I'm like, yo, how the fuck is a dog courageous? Like, are you just walking your dog and it's like,
This is bullshit. I have to do something about ISIS.
what?
All these walks, it's redundant. I have democracy on my mind.
Like, what? Like, is your dog, like, I'm pretty sure dogs don't care, you know, dogs don't have ideologies. And like they're not courageous. Anyway, so so then it was saying and also like what's the worst case scenario? What's a dog gonna do? You bring it to a battlefield, it's like, I don't want to be here, and it runs off. It just runs off. It just runs off into the sea. Like, what's it gonna do? Like, you don't leave unless I put you in a vehicle, you know? Anyways. I turned it over to the back. It was saying military dogs are so good at parachuting. I'm like, yo, anything is good at parachuting if you push it out of a fucking plane. Like, that's not, like, I don't think the dog is just falling like, I have to deploy my parachute. I don't think that's happening. Yeah, so I'm working at the thrift store. It was pretty boring. So I always try to, you know, like keep myself entertained. So I always used to do like random shit. Like, you know, this one time someone got on a loudspeaker and they were like, I need a supervisor to register 5. I need a supervisor to register 5, please. Supervisor register 5. So I ran all the way to the hat section, and then I ran all the way back to the front, and I was like, I don't have a supervisor, but I have a cool hat. And I ran all the way back. Like, no, just no explanation for this behavior. Just went on about my day, you know. But yeah, working at the thrift store, one of my coworkers actually had a crush on me. Um, it wa- it wasn't a fantasy crush. It's a confirmed crush. It's not like, you know, when like, oh, does this person have a crush on me? They smiled at me a little bit too long. You know, they asked me how am I doing. Maybe they're in love with me. You know, it's kind of it's not like that. It was like a confirmed crush on me. You know, so we were having lunch this one day, and she was like, what would you do if I wore something nice for you? And I was like, my work. Just I would I would do my work. My productivity would probably skyrocket. I'd probably become one of the best employees, like employee of the month. What do you mean? What would I do? Anyways. And also, you know, this my thing. This lady had a mustache. Like, this lady's mustache and goatee connected better than mine. Like, it was really like, well, at what point do you let yourself go? Like, are you just in a McDonald's like, this is the 5th time y'all fucked up my order? Man, fuck this shit. I'm growing a mustache. I'm going against the grain. Fuck society. Like, well, all right. You hit it like a couple times before I leave. So, so I feel good about myself. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God, this adoration warms my heart. Thank you. All right, my name is Yannick. Have a good night.
Yeah. Keep it going for Yannick and all the other fly-ass comics you saw tonight. Thank you. This has been another edition of Lifted Laughs. We do this every second and fourth Friday. The next show is March 26th. Tonight's show is brought to you by St. Ides and a half gram of mushrooms. Let me tell you something. One of these and a half gram of mushrooms, Mike, fucking tremendous. Yeah. You're gonna sleep and you're gonna wake up with mad finished poetry. That's facts. Thank you so much. My name is Kevin Lance Murray. I've been your host. Shout out to St. Ides. Shout out to Lifted Shop. Shout out to Listen Vision. Shout out to the Hip Hop Museum, DC. We all come together like Voltron and make this shit work. Holla at yourselves. 1.